Well, so much for my day of rest, and today we're going to go and start for Santhia. Behind me is the Church of Saint Rocco. Hey, Rocco, favorite name among Italian Americans. This is the church, and we're going to head out and see how the day shapes up. Talk to you soon. One thing I had meant to mention earlier was yesterday I was kind of scrounging around for food, and I found a bakery, and I went into the bakery, and they had some wonderful Italian pastries. I picked up a couple, but then I also got a slice of what the baker called pizza, which when I was a kid we called tomato pie. It was different than pizza, and we called it tomato pie. And I really can't get tomato pie where I live in Southern California, but boy, it was good. And the thing that was interesting was that this morning as I was walking past the bakery, I saw the baker, the woman, sitting out on a step. And I said to her in Italian, I said, yesterday I came and I bought some pizza from you. And I said, I haven't had pizza like that since I was a boy, and I hadn't. And it was delicious. And I really wish I'd picked up another piece. And she was quite pleased with that, and she smiled. Of course, as I was walking up to her, she didn't know who the hell the heck I was. So she kind of like had that wary look that people have when a stranger approaches. Then when I talked to her, she broke out into a smile, and I told her how good her food was. And of course, that made her smile. And she wished me a good day as I went on, and it was just a nice way to start the day, to have a little positive interaction with one of the people that live here locally. That's it for now. This morning, I am passing through the little community of Rollo. So this is kind of that. This is the oratory of San Rocco. It was demolished and rebuilt in its current form starting in 1744, following a vote by the population following a plague that struck the livestock. Suppressed in 1807 by the Bishop of Vercelli, it was reopened for worship with the return of the Savoy royals. The building was designed by the Jesuit father Langasco, and it was expanded in 1836. Inside the altar and the faux marble altarpiece are a work of the Solari family of Lungano, dating back to around the mid-18th century. Okay. This is a church in the town of Cavaglia, last of the towns of the Serra Morenca di Ivera. How do you like trying to say that, huh? Before the flat fields and farms of the Po Valley, Cavaglia rests on the crossroads between Biella and the Po Valleys. This location has some come to believe that the town's name derives from its use as a horse station by the Romans. Now, as you leave the town of Cavaglia, you come across this huge cemetery with this beautiful church in the midst of it. It's called Santa Maria Babilone. I think I'm pronouncing that close to correct. And this elliptical church dates back to the early 17th century and has been considered the finest of the 17th century Baroque monuments in the Biella area. Its architecture is among the followers of Asconio Vitosi. Inside the church itself, which I couldn't see, there's the polychrome stucco, high relief depicting the adoration of the Magi, a work dating back to the 13th and 14th centuries and originating from the original church. A cemetery has stood next to the church since 1776. Oh, that's an interesting year. The cemetery area houses the tomb of Pier Giorgio Perotto, and a computer pioneer known for designing Programma 101, the first example of a desktop stored program computer. Now, I wish I could show you the cemetery itself. This thing was huge. It was beautiful. Unfortunately, the gates were locked and I couldn't get in. So this is the best we're going to have to do when looking at or trying to recapture that. As I was walking along, I passed through fields and fields of sunflowers. It's really very beautiful to see these one sunflowers all pointing up at the sun and seeing them up close. Here's a picture of a bee in the middle of a sunflower. It was really quite a nice part of the day. Well, I finally got to Santhia. There isn't a heck of a lot to say, just a small working community in northern Italy. Nice little town with very nice people, but just another working community.